So I just wanted to do a quick review of this Portal spinner in brass. And I will keep it quick because I already reviewed the Portal in the stainless steel, which is sort of the original and the true variation. But I don't have that spinner any longer, traded it away, and I've since picked it up in brass, which is my preferred material. So here it is in the polished brass. The spinner is also sold in, again, machined stainless steel, in titanium, I believe stonewashed titanium, in polished brass, and then in blasted copper and blasted brass. Almost all of them are very hard to get your hands on in the case of the machined stainless steel, and then just about impossible to get your hands on in any other material. So I was kind of lucky to pick this one up. Really nice spinner, beautifully made, beautifully manufactured. One of my standout bar spinners. I think people have generally accepted this as being a really exceptional bar spinner. One of the favorite things people have, the favorite attributes of the spinner, are these buttons. They're these stepped concentric circles. So a lot of times if you do see these spinners available, they will not be available with the buttons, or the seller will try to decouple the buttons from the body. I would say go ahead and try to get the buttons if you can, though. It's definitely worth it. This is an R188 spinner, so one of my few R188 acquisitions recently. And it's just really nicely made. You see it just in great shape. Nice design. The design can sort of stand up on its own, which I know some people like, and I think it looks really classy in the polished brass, but I really would have preferred it in the blasted brass, but I just can't find any of those. And I had it in the steel, but I do prefer brass, generally speaking. And I've heard the titanium is very nice, but it is quite light. So this is very nice, fidgetable design. I think this is a good everyday carry spinner. It's just kind of really hard to get your hands on, and then you will end up paying a lot for them. I think I've seen them go for upwards of $100 and sometimes over $100 on the secondary market. So keep that in mind. I have enjoyed playing with this one a whole lot, just from a fidgeting standpoint. It's probably one of my favorite bar spinners right now, outside of the torque bar, which does remain my favorite. Main downsides of this spinner, I would say, are that it's obviously really hard to get your hands on, although sooner or later some more will drop. And then my biggest drawback is that the brass just doesn't have a lot of that sort of brass musical quality to it. You get a little bit, but I was hoping this thing would have a little bit more audible feedback to it. So there's some, but you know, it's a pretty nice hunk of brass. I was hoping there would be some more audio to it, and I may switch up the bearing and see if that helps, but I'm not at that point yet. I've been enjoying this stock bearing for now. And let's see if we could hear it up close. So definitely some noise to it, but not a whole lot. This one could clearly use a polishing, but since I've been carrying it, I haven't really felt like it needed a polishing. So I do prefer the brass to the steel. Keep that in mind. So this is called the Portal spinner, as I understand it, because the steel has machining marks that make a portal effect when you spin it. The brass was too soft, at least this is how it was explained to me. The brass was too soft to carry those machine marks and to hold them. So yes, it's called the Portal spinner, but it doesn't have the portal effect. So I think the brass fell out of favor, which is why you almost exclusively see the stainless steel one being sold. I think just a whole lot more of those got sold. And then, yeah, I think that about covers it. This is a really nice bar spinner that I've been enjoying using. It's got a nice weight, a really cool design, and just really made well. These corners are just excellently done, and just a nice EDC spinner. And yeah, would I have preferred to get the blasted brass? Yeah, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. So I was happy to get my hands on this one, and I've been enjoying using it. Maybe I'll flip out the bearing, maybe not, we'll see what happens. But for now, this is the brass portal from Random Fabrications. Definitely one of the best bar spinners out there. Thanks for watching.